people? It's your man Will B. That's my man Sherrod.
What it do?
With
What
two
it do?
great things. We represent 4 men, one Detroit, unified. We're a community of building greatness, building opportunities, and building love. What you say, Sherrod?
Unity in our community creates opportunities for you and me.
No doubt, no doubt. And we starting with ourselves because we can't build this community just on anything. We got to start with what we're doing right now, the two
Right.
of us and the four of us when we get together. But tonight it's two soul brothers, and we're just trying to give you some information about what it is that we can do to make our community better. You know,
Oh
and
man. And it starts with supporting us, man. Because I did a podcast about celebrities. It's like whenever they drop something, we run to it. You know what I'm saying? We are quick to run to support them. How often
mhm,
do they actually support us in our communities and this and that and
they
the
don't.
other? No,
There's
they
only a
don't.
select few that may come back to the neighborhood and say, you know what? I
Select.
see your progress, man. I see your progression. What can I do to help you become better? You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? It's not many people doing that, you know, and I know how we are. We're community people. When we see somebody trying, we encourage them. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? Like when I started the radio station, you had my back. You encouraged me, yo, bro. I like what you're doing. I got you. What can I do to help you? You know what I'm saying? You say, oh man, I got a podcast, man. You should fall through. I'm like, what can I do to help you? How can we help one another? And
Right.
that's how the community starts, man. Everybody ain't gotta be so money hungry. The money's gonna come if you put out the proper quality of work.
Hey, remember that line in one of Pac and Bree song? I gotta get mine, you gotta get yours.
Yes,
But
sir.
you know what? It's we gotta help us. You know what I'm saying? I've often said, we cry too much. Hey, reparations ain't coming. We gotta create it for ourselves. You
Absolutely.
know what I'm saying? That's something that, when you look at $1.3 trillion a year black folks spend collectively, if we can turn a percentage of that back into our community, man, and supporting us, oh man,
Absolutely.
that's reparations right there.
Right there. Right there. We go out so quick to go buy
Oh,
whatever celebrities say this is hot right now. Bing.
yep.
Here we go. Oh man, I gotta have it. I gotta have it. I never really been what you call struck for the fashion.
No, hell
But
no.
this that should be ugly to me. It's just they be going for the name of it, the brand of it, and it's
And the
like,
price.
yeah. And I got a brand, so let's support what's going on because we're going to give back to the community, no
Yep.
matter how much I get on top and get bigger or whatever the case may be. I'm from the community, so I'm going to constantly give back to the community. I know other people say, "Oh yeah, when I get big, I'm coming back." Most of the time, they get gone.
Man, they get
They get
ghost of their ass.
ghosts for sure. But man, that's
But you know
crazy
what?
fun.
You know what? But that's cool though, because you know those people. I mean, it's not a bad thing to get out of the hood because
Yeah,
what did we do as younger kids? We dreamed of bigger houses, better cars, and all that stuff. We didn't dream of staying here, you
right.
know. But you also have to realize too that once you leave, they say to whom much is given, much is required. And
Sure.
if we keep that mindset of like, you know what, man, instead of giving my brothers a handout, I'm gonna give them a hand up.
There you go. There you go. And people gotta be teachable.
Oh
A
man.
lot of a lot of folk are not teachable. They just want somebody to give,
Yep.
give, give, and that's not how that works. You got to be able to listen and pay attention to what the person is giving you as that jewel to
Mm-hmm.
say, "Oh, I get it. I receive it." So when you start putting forth effort, that person gonna say, "Ah, I see your effort." And then say, well, I want to invest in you. When somebody say they want to invest in you, yeah, they giving you monies or whatever, but they putting a time, effort, and money behind you because they see the end product. Everybody wins that way,
Yep.
you know. So if we can, they say crabs in the barrel thing. I really don't believe in all that, but they say typically people want to pull each other down when somebody's
Right.
going up. Get out of that mentality. When you see
Oh,
somebody growing and succeeding, ask them how they did it and what are they doing to go that way. Because they're moving in the forward progress. Maybe they can bring you along if you show the tenacity and know-how that you want to. It's not a competition. There's enough money out here for everybody to get broke off, man.
bro,
Period.
I'm gonna be real frank about some stuff, man. I've gone to some brothers, man,
Yeah.
and asked, hey, man, how do you do this? How do you do that? And man, when I say the like, nah, oh, bruh. I remember I went to the Rooster Tail for a party one time just before I got into photography. I didn't even have
Right.
a camera yet, right? But I was reading the books to see what's what. Went to the Rooster Tail. This cat was shooting some pictures. Man, I asked a couple questions. Dude was like looking at me like, bro, you competition. I don't even have a camera, let alone the knowledge to even run one. I've just asked you
Right.
some, now that I know what I'm doing and I
Yeah.
think back on the questions I asked, bruh, if he would have gave me them answers, that shit wouldn't have done nothing for me anyway.
Right.
I was just
Right.
trying to remember what I read and I was
Yeah.
trying to just get some information.
Yeah. Just to get to get your wheels turning and say,
That's
okay,
it.
what can I do? Because I see my man, I know it's a lane. How can I get in that lane?
Or
Not
create
trying to
my own.
emphasize him. Yeah, you trying to make your own lane. You just asking a few questions. I
And
get it, man.
you
I
know,
get it.
he didn't know what type of photography I was doing. I could have been doing street photography, portrait, headshot. It's so many different types of
Yeah.
photography. You know what I'm saying? He didn't think to say, "Hey man, what kind of photography you doing?" at all. You know what I'm saying? And another time I was recording an event and these brothers, I guess they had some little money or whatnot. And so I'm just kicking it with dude and it's like just the I guess it was almost like me having the audacity to ask you some questions. But as soon as some broads walked up to him, dog, dude was like, he was boom, 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 boom. He was talking.
Yeah.
I said, man, brothers need to stop doing that, man. It's like,
So
you
many
know,
things.
it's like every time I turn around, I hear a brother talking about, oh man, females, they out here to get it, this and that and the other. My sisters. I was like, but you know what? Y'all brothers don't want to turn around and help another brother. It's like y'all keep looking at each other as competition instead of
Right.
comrades. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's like, man, we don't have to compete. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to help my brothers. I'm sick of hearing brothers broke, brothers dusty, this and that and the other. Man, I'm trying to help
Yeah.
my brothers. Come on up, man. Let's, if I climb a stair, I'm trying to bring somebody up the stairs with me,
Yeah.
man.
Yes, please and thank you. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some young minds out there, man, that they wanna be good. You know what I'm saying? They wanna look up to a old school like us and go, man, old school still around. He doing his thing. He married. He doing, he got his own station. They got podcasts going. Man, what what are you doing? How do I get on? Let's
Right.
have a conversation. Let's sit down and chop it up because you may inspire somebody to become greater than what you are.
Man,
You know what I'm
but
saying?
that's what we're supposed to do. That's what we're supposed to do.
Exactly.
The next
Exactly.
generation is supposed to be
Yeah.
better than the last generation.
Yeah. I want somebody to say, man, I met Will B back in 2024, man. He dropped some jewels on me. And that's from there, I started doing XYZ. I want somebody to hear that down the road. It ain't gotta be me. Just Will B. Hey man, I knew Will B back in the day. I went to high school with that brother. I remember he started the Solar Porn Radio back in 2019.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. That legacy, man, of doing greatness, not the legacy of being a butthole and doing shitty work, but being great at what you
Right.
do. You understand? Because there's two ways you can go about it. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying?
And,
So yeah,
and here's the thing I've always heard is like if the student never surpasses the master has done a shitty job.
yes
You know
sir,
what I'm saying? And
absolutely,
we supposed to be out here like you have a son, I have a son. And in my head, he's supposed to be greater than I am.
absolutely,
You know what I mean? Because
absolutely.
I'm putting it's like my father put me here, now I gotta put him here. And
Yes sir,
every generation is elevated and supported by,
absolutely,
you know what I'm saying, the
yeah,
ancestors or whatnot.
yeah.
And that's what we need to do, man. It's like the love in the community is not there anymore in abundance.
But that's why we're doing what we're doing.
Oh
You
yeah,
know, there's some brothers out there on the west side right now, man. What's the name of that group? They be out there. They help people elderly and things
They
like
be at the
that.
gas station,
Yeah, yeah.
helping sisters, making sure they
Yeah,
safe and stuff
yeah,
like that.
Detroit. I can't think of the name, but man, I follow them and I really appreciate their efforts and what they're doing. They building that community from within and looking out for the sisters and the young people and the elders. And that's how we used to do it. We do it from within. We don't need all the outsiders coming in because they don't treat us too well anywho, man.
Right. And the
You
crazy
know?
thing is, and I respect them for helping the sisters or whatnot, but the niche for me is now it's time to help the brothers because you don't hear a black empowerment for men. You don't see that, too often. And it seemed like they want us to get it like the crumbs off everybody else's table. I
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
reach out and your community is only as strong as the men are
yeah.
you know. And I know I had some women push back and no, 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 sister. Put it this way: if we went to war today, who do you want on the front line, you or your man's?
No.
You know what I'm saying? And that's one of them things that we got to stop. We got to start to realize that equality is not a thing. It's not. It don't exist. You know what I'm saying? It's like men and women will never be equal because
No.
two men aren't equal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, you're your height and your weight. I'm my height. We're not equal. And it's
No.
okay because guess what? We bring some different things to the table.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why we complement each other. That's where the complementary come in at.
Yep.
Whereas where I may lack in something, you may pick up and vice versa. And
Yep.
some people get what's the envious or intimidated because somebody's a little bit better. But learn from that. All you do is say, damn,
Yeah.
I lack in that and he's better at that. Yo, man. So Dig, when it comes to that, you do it a little bit better, do that. And I know what I do a little bit better, I'll do that. And together, shit, we gonna succeed.
Because that's like two cogs in a machine that works interdependently of one another,
Yeah.
but both need to do their job in order to make the whole thing work.
Because if one stop, guess what?
It's over with. Done deal.
It's a done. It's a done deal.
It's a
Yeah.
done deal. And
Yeah.
that's what I want. I want the young men in the neighborhood, man, keep that fire, man. But now let's take that anger, that hatred, that self-hate for ourselves. Let's
Mhm.
transmute that energy into something positive and fuel ourselves forward. Hey, that's why, hey, this is my brand, This is one of my things. We no longer ride or die, we rise and fly.
Yes,
That's what
sir.
we gonna do, man. It's for me. I'm not trying to prove to you I'm down with you because I'm a ride for you to help you hurt somebody or this and that and the other. No, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see my brother down. I'm gonna help him rise, and then I'm gonna help him fly. That's what I'm gonna do. That's my mission out here is to help my brothers rise and fly, and take it to another level because I'm tired of being the doormat. Black men are the doormat of the world.
A lot, man. Oh my lot. You say the word, I'm saying a lot, bruh. It's like, can we change that narrative,
Yes.
please, man? I'm so tired of the negativity, the downtroddenness, and everything. Cause there's some good guys out here
Oh
who are
man.
doing great things.
The majority of us are good, bruh.
But what it is, the networks and news and media only highlight the troublemakers,
Yep.
and
I
they
mean,
do it on both sides,
but
white, black, brown.
but the point is, bro, it's like, why would I want to display you as something good when I've been saying that you were bad for so long?
Come on, absolutely,
You know what I'm
because they got to
saying?
stick to their narrative. They've been saying it so long, and we're so what's the word I'm looking for? We have tenacity. We've been around through everything that's been going on in our lives, and yet we still survive. We still overcome. We still good family men. We still take care of what we need to do. We still move forward in our progress,
Right.
regardless of what other people have done or said to do to us, man. And that's why I love talking to my elders, man. A lot of these young folk need to sit down and talk to the elders. You will get so much knowledge. Don't be looking at them like, oh, they old. Times have changed. You need to hear those stories because they grew up in some of that time that you reading about. They know what went through, so they've seen. So hear those stories and wrap your head around what was done to them to see why they act the way they act and do what they do, and why they pushed us so hard to do XYZ to become better.
Hey, you know what? We have to get rid of this stupid notion that kids and their parents are equals as well. We're not.
No,
My children are not my peers. You
no, not
know,
at all.
and what's wrong is that, you know, I don't mind you. I don't because I've taught all of my children. Hey, there's a way to say everything. You know, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. You know
Sir.
what I'm
Yes, sir.
saying? And even when I go to my elders, I speak to them a certain way. When I speak to my pops, moms, whoever, my elders, they receive so much respect from me. And
Absolutely.
this new generation of parenting has put parent and child on the same level. And it's
Yeah.
like, how can I be on the same level with somebody that I have to train?
Right. There you go. There
You know
you
what I'm
go.
saying? It's like, then why are you even the parent? You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
like, in one breath, you telling me, hey, don't kick the kids out the house before they're ready. But in the next breath, you're telling me we're equals. No, no, no. If we equals, goddammit, we got bills to pay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that whole, I think our community has failed, and that's the reason it's failed to create boundaries, structure, discipline, and all those things that we need to actually move forward and create a community that's building and creating opportunities for all of us alike.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because like you said, you create something, I get jealous, envious, and then I come either destroy it or try to take it from you.
Yeah. Yep. And we don't want that. Do you think it's the propaganda that comes out about the communities of ethnicity and how things are done that changes the dynamic of how everybody wants to be their child friend? You think the propaganda have anything to do with that?
No, bro, I think parenting nowadays, I think they suck, man. I think parents nowadays ain't shit. That's what I think. I think the children are stupid in school because the parents are stupid. You know what I'm saying? I
But
worked in
where
school.
but where are these new parenting parents getting this information from? Because they're not
I,
getting it from the people that raised them.
No, no,
I
no,
don't
they're not.
believe.
It's a part of the propaganda. It's a part of the agenda. But that's the bad thing about it. They bought into it. So instead of listening to us and saying, "Whoa, whoa, don't listen to that crap," that's going to take you down this road right here because they're creating the school to prison pipeline based on you all not teaching them all the things that we taught you that kept
Yeah,
you out of trouble. Now
yeah,
they're telling you to let these children say what they want to say, express themselves. This no, 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 no. You need structure because you get if since they love all these wealthy people so much, you got to realize those wealthy folks tell their children, "This is the route you're going right here.
yeah.
This is what you're gonna do." Our community, this gentle parenting bullshit. Come on, man, it's a
Came
joke.
up on the belt, man. I got whoopings, and it made me think about it. Stopped me from being in gangs. It stopped me from going to jail because I would have that thought in my mind when shit started going array. It's like, oh, hold up, wait a minute. If I do, old man gonna get in my ass. Then if he had to come get me from jail, guess what? He probably gonna leave my ass there because I know
Bruh,
my daddy.
bruh.
You understand what
Hey,
I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie to you. My old dude was like, I ain't getting you, because I told you how to prevent it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Mom's gonna come get me.
but that's what mothers do.
You know, but pops is like, nah,
Yeah,
nah.
Pops are always the strong. Let him hurt himself a little bit. He gonna be all right.
Yep.
Don't bother him too much. He gonna be all right. He gonna get some bumps and bruises. Let here come mama. Oh baby, and that's what's happening now. A lot of these women are nurturing these grown ass men now. They nurture them up, and then don't know how to let them go and become man. You get a
Oh
bump
my
and bruises.
God.
They gotta fall on straight and get up and figure it out. You can't go and grab them every time, man. And the discussion my wife and I had, man, when my shorty was growing up, that I gave him a little leeway. You know what I'm saying? Hey, your cousin stayed across 6 Mile. We stayed about close to 6 Mile. Said when you get over across 6 Mile on your bicycle, go right to the house, give me a call, let me know you made it there. She's like, no, no, no. The neighborhood's bad, this and that. They can't go unless I take them. Nah, let a kid be a kid. Let him be a kid. Go. So we had that discussion. Once I told them to go home, hey, we made it to auntie house. I said, all right, y'all be home at a certain time. And we on our way home. See, that's the difference between mom and dads. And that's why it needs to be two people in the household, man, a
Yeah.
male and a female, because women are a little more softer than the men. We're more of the discipline. We're more of the stern. We're more of the straightforward. Where mothers are more nurturing and want to make sure that nothing happens to their babies. You know what I'm saying? Us as men, we don't want nothing to happen to our children, but still, we want them to experience some bumps and bruises so they can think
Right.
about something before, as life goes on. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
listening to this lady, she broke it down like this. She says when a woman, she said she was talking about the love and the nurturing that both parents do and how
Hmm.
they differ though, right?
Yeah.
And what she was saying was when women nurture, raise their children and love on them, they love on them face to face because women embrace the child as mine, 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 mine.
I like that.
So when men love and nurture on a child, they nurture on them and face them out towards the world, and we're going to get you ready for that.
Yes.
I love you. Like you said, we're going to let you get some bumps, some scrapes, the bruises, the whole 9 yards. And I'm going to be there every step of the way. You know what I'm saying? I'm the shield when rocks are thrown at you.
Come on. Yes, sir.
When the rain comes, I'm going to be your umbrella.
Yeah. Come on now.
I'm going to be there every step of the way. When you turn around, trust me, I'm there. I'm there. Because when you call me, ain't nobody going to tear some shit up quicker than I am.
Woo, you best believe that. Daddy
So,
coming through with the works, baby.
they always talk about, and see, that's the one thing about the black community is that we think, the way the black community speaks is that it's only women driven. And that's not the case. Because
Okay,
I promise you, soon as you pick the phone up and say, hey, little lady or little man was just jumped by such and such. Before the phone hangs up, dude is at the door like,
so like where
who?
we going? We need to talk to what parents I need to talk to.
Yeah,
This is BS.
we, we
Yeah,
need we need to handle this
yeah,
expeditiously,
no
you
doubt.
know.
No
So
doubt, because that one man
and,
mine.
and then another thing that fathers don't get credit for though, because it's not all violence, it's not all physical. Fathers are those ones that say, you know what? Because I know my dad was like, hey, if you can walk away from the fight, hey man, that's the sign of a man.
Yes,
I ain't gotta
sir.
fight you. I don't have to prove nothing to you. My dad just said that never turn your back on anybody, but
Right.
you can walk away.
Walk away.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. What I try to tell young men, I said you could either talk it out or tough it out.
No doubt.
And if you
No doubt.
talk it out, that's showing maturity, bruh. When two men can come together, look each other eye to eye and say, I have a problem with you, then what is it, bruh? And let's talk about it. Instead of, I'm going to pull the gun, I'm going to jump you with a but. Nah, bruh. Let's learn to
Yes.
talk it out. Let's build our community back up. If we start
Yes.
teaching our young boys to love themselves, look in the mirror and see somebody in the mirror that they love, when they
Yes,
turn
sir.
towards the outside of the world and see another black young man like themselves, I
Yeah.
got love for you too, bro.
No,
Ain't no problems.
no problems at all, man.
None.
You know, I
None.
haven't had a fight since I was 16 years old, and I'll be 54 this year, bro.
Oh damn. Okay.
That's a long ass time
Yeah.
because I walked away. I
Yeah.
walk away. My mind state is like, you know what? What is that going to bring me fighting? What two men? What is that going to do besides the fact that somebody's going to get beat up, somebody's going to be still in their feelings because they either
Yep.
got beat up. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? So the best thing to do is just either walk away and, like you say, have that discussion. Hey man, why do you have a problem with me? And most of the time it's he say she said. Most of the time I got out of situation because such and such said. I'm like, well, did you come to the source? I'm the source. They said what? I didn't say shit about you. What is it that what's the conflict? Matter of fact, let's go talk to the person that said what they said. So now we can clear
Right.
this up because guess what? I'm here. Oh damn, man, they be like, bro, I didn't think about that. No, Let's nip this shit in the bud right now. Let's go and talk to the source who says something about me to you, or vice versa, that has this conflict that you and I are having, and let's
Yeah.
figure it out. And then once you get there, people be backpedaling. No,
Oh
no,
no,
hey,
no, no.
wait, listen, no, what he misunderstood. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm.
hey, man. All right, I'm glad we got that together. See, we could have had a fight. One of us could have got hurt, whatever the case may be. But I'm glad we talked about it. And if
And
more people did that, guess what?
and that's the sign of a real man. Since we always want to throw them two words together, real man. Real
Mhm.
men avoid the conflicts, unnecessary conflicts,
Yes, sir.
and they
Yes,
handle the ones that they have to handle.
sir.
But real men, we're gonna fight up here first.
Yep.
First of all, I'm gonna fight myself from fighting you.
Yep.
That's that battle. Like, you know what? I know I can go ahead and we can scrap, we can do whatever. It ain't about who's afraid and who's not afraid. Because it doesn't take the bravest guy in the world to pick up a gun and shoot somebody. It just takes a split second of stupidity and a
Yeah.
life or two or three are lost.
Yes, sir.
We got to start, hold on, wait a minute. That's why I say violence is a feminine energy. And I'm going to tell you the reason why. Because violence, unnecessary violence is nothing but uncontrolled emotion.
That sounds about right.
You know what I'm saying? And see, most women can't do as much damage as we can. So when our emotions are uncontrolled, we do a bunch of damage. We kill,
Yeah.
we shoot, we do whatever. And then when you got a gang of us together,
Ooh. Come on.
man, you ain't nothing but ruckus.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
if we can learn how to control our emotions and take that energy from that emotion, transmute it into another energy that can help build us up instead of tear us down, we can take this community from where it is now,
Hmm.
falling apart. We can
Yes, sir.
build this thing right back up, upright, just like we used to have it in the 70s where we had mom, dad in the crib,
Yeah.
young man out there cutting grass, little girls out there. We can do what we used to do, but we can do it bigger and better this time.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to get to a place where we can have communities, and like we used to have rec centers that kept us out of trouble. Think about it. The rec
Man,
centers, I miss the rec centers, man. You go shoot b-ball, go swimming, play
man, just
hockey,
just hang out,
football,
look at females.
just hang out, just to get away from mom and dad for a little bit and go hang out with your buddies. We don't
And
have
your
any of that.
mom and dad didn't mind you being there because ain't no trouble. Because the grown-ups there was like, yo, this a safe haven. Ain't nothing jumping off here.
Exactly. Exactly. They took all of that away. So what do these children have besides pent up energy? They don't do no but be on their phone playing video games.
Because
They don't have no place to just burn that energy off, man.
these kids don't, their social skills, they're awkward. You know what I'm saying? They rather talk to each other like what we're doing now
Hmm.
as opposed to being face to face with one another.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, man, they've done studies on this, man. It's ruining our humanity. The more that technology advances, the more that humanity takes steps
Dumb down.
backwards.
I already know. Yeah.
You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And
Yep.
because technology and nature can't survive at the same time. Something has to give. So as
Yeah.
you see more technology going up, you see less trees, you see less grass, all the natural, all that what nature and God or whoever the creator gave us, the more technology that comes, the more of what the creator gave us disappears.
Oh, man, yeah. Because a lot of people don't even know about grounding themselves, going out and just walking in the grass and putting your feet in the
Putting your
sand and
feet in the
it's just soaking up the sun, man. We used to be outside barefoot in the mud. That's why our feet so big now and long. We be out there slapping on the concrete,
man,
racing up and down the street,
you
no
up there
shoes,
racing in the middle of the street with no shoes on.
no shoes on. And you remember? And you wonder why our feet long. We been slapping that concrete.
And look, and you couldn't stop right away, so you had to take 10, 15, 20 more steps.
You don't want to scrape up your feet, man. I mean, I know times was simpler, but for
Yep.
some reason it seemed like it was so much more fun,
Oh
man.
my God.
Just to be out and about, seeing the girls playing double dutch, and just bouncing up and down like, "Ooh, those titties!
Uh,
Ooh, look at the
right,
booty on the
right.
butt." You know what I'm saying? But it was just okay. Tag you it. It
Kickball,
was just yeah,
dodgeball.
just two square. Just
Oh
doing a
man,
lot of
two
nothing,
square, bruh.
just having fun. Four square. It was just
Yeah.
I miss it as I'm a grown man, and I try to introduce some of these games to some of these young people. They be like, I never heard. Like, oh
You
man,
know,
y'all.
here's the thing though, Will. Haven't we always hear somebody in our age group talking about giving their child the things that we never had. But
Yeah,
in doing so, you're not giving the things we did get.
there
And
you
that's
go.
love, structure, discipline, boundaries, respect,
Hmm.
values, morals,
Yeah,
ethics. All those things, you substituted all of the good shit for some things, some trinkets.
yeah,
And it's like, how come he's disrespectful? You ain't taught him to respect you.
there
You
you
tried to
go.
buy his love from him.
There you go. And you
So
wonder he slamming doors and talking about shut the fuck up, mom.
get the
What
fuck out
wrong?
my room,
Yeah, what the heck? Wait,
bruh.
man. My son walked up the stairs on me one time. He was upset with me. Before he turned around real good, I was in his face. He was like, "Shit, you like a ninja, man." So yeah, what was that you was saying that you was going on?
Right.
My son, 300 pounds, man, 5'10", got arms like Hulk Hogan. But I told him, I said, anytime you're ready, young man, I love you. I got a big backyard out there. I give you your opportunity if that's what you need. If you feel you ready enough to come up against that, I got you. My daddy did it to me. He rolled me up, so I'm giving you the opportunity. My son said, "You crazy, Dad? I ain't messing with you. You crazy." You
Man,
know?
but that's the one thing I try to tell women when I speak to them is sometimes y'all got to get out the way and let
Yes.
a man do what he's supposed to do. We're not trying to
Man.
replace you as the parent. We're trying to
Yeah.
take our place as the other parent,
There
you
you
know?
go.
And what I've noticed is I've been hearing or seeing a lot of posts lately when women will say, well, we're having these babies for y'all and this and that and the other. Hold on. They not mine if I want to leave you. So they're ours. They're supposed to be our babies.
Right.
And you're supposed to have those kids because we wanted these babies. This
Right.
ain't just because I wanted them. And
Mm-hmm.
we're supposed to raise them together.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And if we could learn how to work together when we're not together, that thing called co-parenting, I believe is what it's called. You know what I'm saying? If we can learn that, man, our children, because look at what some of our children achieve and they don't have both,
Mm-hmm.
you know, or they don't have pops all the time,
Right.
you know. And what I've been telling young ladies is like most men don't abandon their children, they're punished with their children.
There you go. Yes, sir.
You
That's
know what I'm
that's
saying?
truth in words,
So
man.
I just hope that one day we could get over the emotional stuff and just say, you know what, let's actually do what's best for our children and our, in our communities and stuff.
Right. Because we don't have to actually be together to be great parents for this child. You understand what I'm saying? That's it.
Yep.
I love you. I loved you at one point in time that we had a child.
Mm-hmm.
That love has not dissipated. It just went somewhere else. So now let's just put it to the side and do what's best for the child at hand.
Right.
Let's
Right.
be cordial. Let's be kind. Let's be friends. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got it. You can have who you want or whatever the case. But when it
Right.
comes to this child, let's be the best that we can be for the child. It's just that simple.
And let's show them that, if it don't work, we can still move on. We could be cordial. We don't have to get on the phone and kick it and lay up. No,
Yeah.
it's like, hey, when I see you, hey, how you doing? Such and such. Hey, is he, she, or they ready? And then we move. We move like that. We can hate each other secretly,
Yeah.
but don't do it in front of the kids.
There you go.
You know what I'm
There
saying? Let's show them what love is. And then I told you, man, once we create an environment where these children know that they are loved, watch how these brains work. Man,
Man.
I've always said children are like electricity. they could either fuel a city or burn it down.
No doubt.
It depends on how you use the electricity.
And see, I do a little different. I say children are like sponges. They absorb everything that you do. So one of my things that I do, I speak affirmations to every young child that I meet. I always
Okay.
talk to the parents and say, "Hey, oh, that's a beautiful child. Do you mind if I give some affirmations?" Like, what you mean? And they let me hold the child. When I talk to them, I go, "Oh, you're gonna be magnificent. You're great. You're gonna make mom and dad so proud." They be arm babies, man, and they just give me their full attention, man. And people be looking like, "Oh my God." And I just say, "You're going to be great. You're going to be phenomenal. You're going to be awesome. Don't let nobody ever tell you that you can't do whatever it is that you want to do. Mom and dad are going to be so proud of you." And I give them back to their parents. They just be just aglow. Like, I've never met anybody who did that before, because I'm not everybody. That's what the universe put in me to put out there so these children can know that they can survive in this world, with this craziness that's going on. So you got to start early, man.
Yeah.
Put that
Oh man.
information in them early, because they absorb everything,
Imagine
everything.
this. Imagine if we inverted the time with entertainment and education.
Hmm.
Because right now, entertainment is here. But if we just did it like this and start
Hmm.
educating, reading books, you know, the thing with us, man, back in the day, we would read comic books, you
Hmm.
know,
Yeah.
any type of book. Because I was a reader. I'm still a reader. I love
Yeah.
it. I hate looking at a computer screen to read. I love picking up books,
Book.
right?
Yeah. Got you.
And what they say, train up a child in a way in which he or she's to go. When they get older, they will not depart from those ways. So if
Hmm.
we start training our children early, educating them and letting them see, hey baby, learning helps you live. And once you stop learning, you stop living.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? We're going to be learning for the rest of our lives if we
Yes,
want to
absolutely.
progress.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So,
I told somebody not too long ago. I say, if you're not learning something every day, something is wrong. Something new every day should pop up, should come before you, because we don't know everything, and there's always something to learn for that. So if you're
right.
not learning something new every day, something is wrong. And they was
Right.
like, "Damn, I never looked at it like that," but it's true.
Hey, forget my dog, man. This joker gonna wake up and start drinking water, man.
I can't hear that, man. If you would have
Okay.
said it, I would have known.
this
I
this
wouldn't
joker
have
go.
known, man. I wouldn't have known, man.
But
Yeah.
yeah, man, we have to, as the elders to be in our communities, bro. It's time we reach out and start giving each other a
We
hand up.
are the elders. We're not the elders to be. We are the
Well,
elders, bro.
we still get our elders around.
Yeah, true.
Some of
True.
us,
Some
some
of
of them,
them are still around.
and we need to start exalting them higher.
Yes.
They need to be respected more than what is happening now, and we need
Mm-hmm.
to start passing what we learned from them to the generation coming behind
Yes,
us.
sir.
So
Yes, sir. The 20, 30-year-olds that should know, let's talk to them. The ones
yeah,
that are a little younger than
stop being
that,
afraid to talk to them.
yeah, get on down and talk to them, man, and speak positivity into these youngsters, because they get so much negativity going
Oh
out
man,
in the
all day,
world.
every day.
You got to spit that positivity into
Yeah.
them, so
So
they can at least know. They may think you're corny in the mud, but they may hear something or that phrase or something
hmm
that'll just trigger them, and it'll come back to them when something's about to come up, something positive that you said. It's like, "Man, what did OG say when he talked to me the other day?" Oh, okay. And it changed your whole mindset, man.
yeah, that
Wow.
it's. I mean, there's always little nuggets you hear. Like older guy was talking to my daughter one day, and he says, "Your father can give you, what do you say? Your father can give you intellect, but you got to turn it into wisdom.
Mm.
Or your father can give you knowledge, but you got to turn it
Knowledge,
into
man.
wisdom.
Yeah.
And you only get wisdom through experience. You got to
There you
do it.
go.
You got to apply it.
Yeah.
you know. So, and there was this thing. This young man was, and I looked at it and wrote it on the board, and I had to correct it because he said education is elevation, and I said no, the application of education, it's elevation. Because there's a lot of people out here with degrees that don't use them.
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
you have to apply these things. Whatever you're being taught, apply it, and you'll become better.
Absolutely. And on that note,
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna do a little manifestation, man. One, always stay positive. Say it like it's already done. Do not spend time thinking about anything opposite of what you want. Meditate on what you want. See it, smell it, feel it, hear it. And if it's real in your brain, it would be real in the physical.
Mm,
It's your
okay.
man. This will be my man, Sherrod, with Two Soul Brothers doing great things.
Yes, sir.
It's our community talk.
Peace.
Peace.